Here we are, -1 degrees, starting off, leaving Kansas for southern Texas. And I have my little friend Fluff with me for the ride. He's not too sure about what we're doing today. So come along with me for the ride. We're going to take a frugal trip south so we can enjoy early retirement, frugal style. It's so worth it. Let's get started. So I've been driving in snow and blowing snow for the last several hours. I've made it past Oklahoma City. I'm now at a Love's travel stop. I just got 10 cents off a gallon on my Love's app, and I used my Upside app as well to double dip and get 11 cents off a gallon. So I wanted to share those tips with you because things like this make it where you can do fun things if you are early retirement and you are on a limited or a fixed income. That's what we're doing. A lot of people are in the same position that we are. They don't have a ton of money saved up, but they want to be able to do fun things. They want to be able to retire early. So let's get back on the road. I'm outside a Quick Trip right now. I'm going to pull over and get some rest for a few hours. It's getting dark. It's hard to see. I'm only like 3 hours away from my destination. I just can't see getting a hotel, unloading everything, loading everything back, having the cat, and spending a bunch of money for that. I'm perfectly cozy. I have my pillow, I have my blanket, and I usually look for something well lit, like a truck stop or a Quick Trip where other people are already staying. And I've never had any problems. There's always lots of people here staying. The bathroom is open all night long and it's not a problem. And it's also like a truck stop too. So there's truckers here. So lots of traffic in and out, well lit. And I saved money this morning by packing my food, bringing my own coffee in a Yeti that I drank for breakfast. Then I treated myself to a $1.29 large fry at McDonald's that was on the app, and it cost me like $1.40. And then for evening, I used my ice chest, took out a hard-boiled egg that I had made yesterday, and a few crackers and a glass of milk. I'm perfectly satisfied. I'm not hungry. And so far, I've spent about $45 in gas getting from home to 3 hours away from my destination. And my car was only half full when I started. So I'm going to go ahead and put in like another $15 or $13 in the morning just to get me the rest of the way so that I don't get there and have hardly any gas left. So far, this has been a super frugal trip. So that's what I always try to share this stuff with you guys, because a lot of people just think they can't retire early or they can't do anything fun. And I have found it is just not as expensive as people think unless they do all the bells and whistles. And I definitely don't do the bells and whistles, but my free time is worth so much more to me. I would rather cut back in these little areas and then be down there like close to the beach, a pool, a hot tub. This is no big deal, sleeping a few hours in my car to get to do all that. So let's get on to the rest of the trip in the morning. So I got here around 7:30 in the morning. I ended up only sleeping about 3.5 hours. I woke up to freezing rain. I'd gone to sleep with freezing rain, and I drove in that the rest of the way until I got to about 30 minutes from my destination, and then it finally turned to rain. It was 35 degrees, which is really cold for South Texas. A lot of people are here complaining about the cold. But where I live at, it is 0. this morning. I woke up to 28 degrees here in southern Texas. It's 0 at home. So I'm very thankful to have the extra 35 degrees here that I have. It's a little nippy in the camper. I do have the heat going. I have my electric blanket. And then I have these window shades, if you can see under here, and you can see through them. They're mainly for the sun, but because of the cold and because people can see through them for privacy when I'm changing clothes and things, I made some makeshift curtains for that. And I just took an old shower curtain that I had that had palm trees that had a tear in it, and I put them up over all the window coverings. And I don't know that you can see, but I used binder clips and I tucked them up under the top so you can't really see, but they look like curtains. They added an extra layer of warmth to the cabin and privacy, and I thought they went with the theme of being down here around the palm trees in the south. So I thought they looked kind of cool and I wanted to show them to you. And again, they were just something that I already had that I made work for what I wanted to have. So many times we just have to get that creative juices going and think about, what do I want? What do I have? Can I make something work so that I don't have to purchase something else? These kinds of choices are the type that led me to the point where I was able to retire early just by not always going out and buying the easiest thing or the fastest thing or the thing that I knew that I wanted, but trying to figure out if there was another way that wasn't obvious that I could make it work and be just as pleased with the result. In fact, more pleased because I didn't spend any money doing it. I went through some of my old administrative papers from when I worked. I had tons of these binder clips and I just used those and they worked perfectly. So I'm going to share next with you what I ended up making for my first meal. And here is that. My first meal in the camper. Well, actually, I should say my first two meals because I just ate one just like this for lunch, and this is going to be my supper. So I got this vegetarian ramen noodle at my friend's Asian store, and I bought it for 74 cents. I brought it with me. And then I went down to the local store. They had advertised broccoli crowns, 59 cents a bunch. But when I got there, they were 98 cents a pound, which is way different. So I caught a produce manager and he didn't know why it wasn't right, and I caught the store manager and he said, tell them at the checkout that you talked to me and it's 59 cents a bunch. So I got a really good deal. 59 cents divided by 2, 74 cents divided by 2, two delicious meals in the camper and my milk. So don't be afraid to say something if you see prices are not right. The sale ends tomorrow, and yet I'm the first person to say something. A lot of people will just see there's a difference in the price and just not say a word and buy it anyway. So total cost for the whole trip to Texas was $54.23 for gas, and then $2.49, which included that $1.29 McDonald's fry that I got on the app and a 99-cent coffee the next morning during the freezing rain on the app. So total cost $56.72. This is why I say it is so easy for us to do things that we want to do if we just save money in other places. I love frugal living. It has afforded me the opportunity to live out my dreams. So I plan on going over to the office today. We had the wrong connection on our plug when we first got here, and they gave us one with a deposit of $35. Well, then we ordered one on Amazon for half the price, and I'm going to change out those plugs today, take it back to the office, and get my $35 deposit back for borrowing that. I also called to get the internet hooked up. They will be here tomorrow. I do have to have internet for my videos. I could go over to the hall and try to do that. I wouldn't be able to watch any TV on my iPad. I basically wouldn't be able to do much of anything but read or sew in the evenings once it got dark, because I'm not going out after dark. But those are the things that I have set up going for right now. And I'm so glad that you guys are joining me on this trip. It's really exciting. I've already talked to my husband a bunch of times today. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't decide to pack it up and come down here, but we'll see what happens, and I'll keep you posted. Thanks for listening, and I hope to see you in the next video.